Alright, it's time for the trial. January 7th. Right before the court. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee order, sir. Scout's honor. Maggie. Ah, the Detective Gumshoe. Are you doing alright? How are you feeling? As if you need to ask you the question, sir. Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. And you. Yeah? You better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. I think he's serious. Hey, detective, you're on our side for once, right? Yep. So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course. I got the situation under control. I'm gonna be first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't match with the facts, make sure you point it out, right? Sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get more water.
I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smooth today, huh? Easy peasy case. I can only wish. Alright, here we go, baby. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Cop number 1. Let's get it started. Bitter. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? What? What's wrong? Nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You's talking to me?"
You was talking to me?
It was a little, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty? So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we'll find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another.
What if he's also confusing you with the phony?
Maybe that's what his statement means, yes. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said. Trust me. That's what he said. Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. Nice.
What are you? Who is this place?
Other way around, detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyways, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation is tied up with another case now. Oh, Gumshoe's really got everything under control. for everyone's sake. I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Incorporated, a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this into evidence. Died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m. Okay. And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being the accused? Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after it took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. Gene Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo. Still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Tribulations floor plans. X equals victim C. Come, detective. Take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. Okay. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of a motive. Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts of this case seems to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I will ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yeah? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? I already told you that wasn't me!
What was that?
Alright, let's see here. When it took place, the victim was alone at his table. I mean, I guess we can press it, but I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna be like, yeah, he was alone. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said. And what killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey! Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. There are 2 testimonies tied up on that. They both said that there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I don't think we should. We don't have anything to back us up, you know?
Nope, just keep pressing other things, and then we'll know.
We'll come back, right? Oh, I should leave it alone. I got a bad feeling about where this is going. If you got a bad feeling about this, then maybe you should just leave it alone. And once I had a bad feeling that I was about to have a bad feeling. It was really bad. Maybe I should move on to another part of his testimony. We understand the guy Glenn L was listening to radio at that time. He was listening to his radio, you say? Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them has some sort of earpiece. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Oh, damn. No, I don't think we have anything for this either.
Just keep looking.
Damn. So we're gonna have to find the right one to press, huh? Yeah, we gotta find the right statement to push hard. Trace the poison and found his coffee cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn. So, trace the poison and found the coffee cup and nowhere else? Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid? Or was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper. Huh. Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Wright? Damn, he got us. The victim took his coffee...
Yes, and give him psychic damage.
The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. Damn. Seems that the poison could have only been in the coffee. Okay. We'll come back. Come back. Okay. What we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. Potassium cyanide. I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe? Well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much and your history. How much is too much? A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's just about enough to finish anyone off. 0.2 grams? How much is that? You know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere. And it looks like Miss Bird must have some kind of a motive. Some kind of a motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion. You know what my golden rule is, Detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee, you can always get another. Huh? I don't get it. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. Oh. So stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. They said she wanted to steal our lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what I heard yesterday too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What
Accidentally.
What should I do? Should I press harder on this point a little harder or not?
This one seemed to get a lot of extra things.
Let's see, what do we have here? Damn, we don't have clues for... We don't have clues for anything.
Unless it's presenting profiles. But maybe it's just pressing to get more information out rather than...
Yeah, but I think... No, I mean, we have to press harder on the right subject. I do think we should press the Maggie one, right? Out of all the ones that we've gotten so far.
Yeah.
This was the last statement, wasn't it?
I think this was the last one, yeah.
Alright, let's try pressing this one then.
Give it a go.
Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. Huh. I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. Uh-oh.
You took it.
That's the $500,000 lottery ticket? One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. Oof. Oh no. What? Order. Huh. Just quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. Yeah, you will submit that ticket as evidence to a court immediately. I better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. A winning ticket for $500,000 found during a body search of Maggie. Well, that's not good. That's bad. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. Do you really think there are any contradictions in this testimony? To be honest, I don't know. But Gumshoe told us out in the lobby. He said we'd be forming a united front, right? How will we win the case if he doesn't throw us a line? I don't have a whole lot of options right now. The best I can do is gather the facts together, I guess. Shit. I don't want to push hard on this statement because that was the whole point of the whole arc so far, right? Like, she keeps saying she wasn't alone, but no one believes her.
I mean, that'd be all the more reason to push.
Listen to radio, poison, cyanide, and motive. Okay, so we got the ticket now, though. Winning ticket for $500,000. Found her in a body search of Maggie. The victim was alone at his table. I mean, I guess we can press hard on it, right?
Yeah. He just intimidated people and not into seeing them.
Let's see what everyone had to say about this mysterious ghost. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed them. Perhaps their view of the victim's table is obscure in some way.
Oh, by the...
Oh, yeah, that could be it. That argument is as weak as the coffee at Tribulations, right? I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant.
They all can't be winners.
Yep, all can't be winners. Come on, Godot, you gotta stick to the... Oh, shit. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? I think the court will agree there was such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Wright, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table?
That center thing, he was hiding.
He could be hiding, yeah. It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. Let's look at that photo again. Yeah, he could have been hiding behind the screens, right?
Yeah.
But that's wouldn't he still be like, how does he get away without, how would he be able to get away without people not seeing him? Like, people
this was
not seeing
taken
him.
after.
Oh, yeah, this was taken moments after the guy was poisoned.
Or just left.
I mean, he could have left, yeah, sure, but I feel like that's a weak argument for when everyone says that they didn't see anybody, you know?
At all, the whole time?
At all, yeah. Seems like a pretty weak argument to give. Let's look at the floor plans. So we combine those two. He died at that table. Yeah, it could be a perspective, like a perspective angle, which to why people didn't see him.
Possibly, yeah.
Wasn't there another thing we could press? Listen to a radio. Was that the? I think that was this one.
Okay.
And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it? Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison, how it was used? Trace of poison found in the coffee cup.
So are we now stuck at presenting something, or was there one more press?
Double check this one again. So trace of poison was found in the coffee cup and nowhere else. Yeah, we did that already. It was a powder that was put into the coffee, not via what poison and stuff. Oh yeah, we can press this one. We haven't done this yet. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to his file, the poison is found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking.
He's gonna have his autopsy.
In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there. Huh? For me? Oh hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What piece was it again? This! Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns?
Ow.
Ow. Oh, now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in his cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. Like this! For the record, the only prints on the cups were the victims and the defendants. Covered in the victim and Maggie's fingerprints, huh? Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. That's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. Unlike an old man who knows the score. There's also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for the sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Nick. This evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. I say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance with one final decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggie? This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like... It can't be blood, can it? It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course. The coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course, I'm referring to the pocket. He's fucking avoiding the blood. The pocket? A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide, the very poison used by the killer, was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket. Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. You know, Maggie, things aren't looking good for you. At all.
It's very unlucky.
This is really unlucky. She really is the most unluckiest person ever. What? Order. The court will accept these items into evidence. Damn, Maggie. This ain't looking good. Ain't looking good at all. There's something that's still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the blood stain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood color stains that smear all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about bloodstain. You don't need to be told. Just look at it.
Yeah, he's blinded.
Game theory. Can he not see it because his visor's red?
He can't see reds?
Yeah, he can't see red. Is that why he can't see the bloodstain?
Maybe. Let's see. Next line.
Well, detective, could this thing really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking some of their breakfast that day. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again, I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. Ugh. Thought everyone knew what it was already. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence have all been clearly established. Well, Wright, it seems you really are a phony after all. You really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigations there. Okay. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kinda scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie has passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him. But we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Wright. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one, so let the fun begin. Crime was reported. Okay. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe. There's an old man who was a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. We're obviously talking about the same old man. The officer was dispatched right after the reports came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them. And seeds. Seeds? It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was not the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. Passed off in the shock. Must have been real tough for her. How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officers got to the crime scene around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. Bet you would have liked to have carried out the search too. I would have loved to see Maggie asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful. No way I just said that in court out loud.
Those are inside thoughts.
You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation. Oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? The victim didn't have any identification on him. He didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents? Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. The victim sounded like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. Figured out who he is quick and then the investigation went smoothly. Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him? That's basically what you said, yeah? Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, that. He's so let down. He got the old sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going. There was a prescription bag on the victim's table, along with a lottery ticket. It seems Mr. Clanell visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations. We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. It's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Shall I leave this alone or ask to hear more?
Which one? Well, the first one would probably be the prescription bag, and then probably insurance.
Yeah, because I am wondering why does he have... Yeah, I'm wondering about the bag. So what sort of medicine was in the bag? Well, actually, the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. It was completely empty. Got this from the doctor for going to trivia and the bag's empty. Huh. You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Desperate, are you, Wright? Now, what happened with the investigation of the detective? Make a search, found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? Hey, yeah, you nailed it, pal. It happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes. Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So, Wright, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Well, I'd love to, but if I had any. It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with testimony, witness. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
What was there?
What was there? So, the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for. Yeah. Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for. But wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh yeah. The one that the restaurant owner took. He won a whole $1 with it. What a lucky guy, huh? And they're just gonna let him get away with it. It was just $1, detective. I guess no one cares when it's that little. Except for Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in his testimony, the judge is going to hand out his verdict. Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with. And we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something. Yeah, that's true. But Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. I only hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe, be the dumbest guy you've ever been. Alright, let's press the other statement. I mean, remember the health insurance?
Yes.
Let's ask about that. Oh. They didn't let us ask about the health insurance. Interesting. Or maybe I just pressed the wrong statement. Alright, well, I do think I know what we're supposed to do. So they say that he was broke, right?
Yes.
So if he was broke, how can he pay for this expensive ass food?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what statement do we even use?
He didn't have any identification on him.
Figured out who he was. That's went smoothly. Found a lottery ticket. That was it. There's nothing else missing from the crime scene. I don't know how to link it in with the wallet, but I think the statement, what we're trying to find is that he had a wallet. He had his wallet. I'm pretty sure he did. Otherwise, he wouldn't be eating there, you know? But I don't think this is. It's a weird no, not this one. This is a weird match, you know?
I don't know.
Poor Megman's passed on the shop. Must have been tough. Victim to have any identification on him.
I guess couldn't you just present the wallet to that?
To this statement?
Yeah.
Present the what?
Didn't you say a wallet?
No, I'm saying that because they so listen to this conversation, right? He didn't have anything. Don't think so. Victim didn't even have a driver's license, even a credit card on him. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. So if he only had 58 cents, then he wouldn't be drinking coffee, right? Because coffee costs $8, remember?
Yep. I guess you could still present it to that.
So I was like, well, I'm trying to tell him that he did have stuff taken. Otherwise, he wouldn't be here with 58 cents.
Yeah, I guess because you're probably not presenting just against what's said there, but like what was talked about within it. So I would give the lunch special a try.
On this statement?
Yeah. If he hardly any money, why was he eating there?
I mean, we say we can do the coffee because he was drinking coffee, you know?
But what would that
Because
be?
he ordered coffee. He was the one that ordered coffee.
Yeah.
So like maybe instead of the lunch, we do the coffee.
Maybe, but I think that the other one is more for showing
This one?
how expensive everything is.
Okay. Is this the statement we use on? Do you have any identification? It's a weird statement to use it on.
I think like I was saying, for the statement is like what was pressed or talked about it too might go into it, or it won't. Who knows?
Maybe
I'd say just try it.
Ticket. Nothing else missing from the crime scene. This could be
More of where
If
something
we-
has to go.
if we
What
have
do we have?
if we had like stuff alluding to the fact that he didn't have money, I would present it here, but we don't. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene, huh? Wait a second, there was nothing else missing from the crime scene? What about this thing? Remember this thing that he drew that nobody found except for us?
Yeah, give it a try, because that has. Yeah, you didn't find. Nope.
But I had good luck, good idea for that, you know? Nothing else missing from the crime scene. The victim didn't have identification on him. Boy, this one's really tough right off the bat, huh? Do you have any identification on him? I mean, I guess we can try, right? Might as well.
Wait, the prescription bag, would that be identification?
Victim got some doctors from Tribulations. The bag is empty.
Doesn't
Well-
doesn't it have your name on everything on it?
Oh, it
wait,
has his
no.
name, but
Or-
they talked about it in the statement already.
Oh, yeah, then never mind. What other statements were there? Other than the identification.
Maggie search found the library part poison. That's it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. Wait a minute. Nothing
Oh
else
wait,
missing
the
from-
bag was empty.
Yeah. Okay. The bag is empty. Just a gumshoe. I think I should point out something to you. There was just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally! You're finally doing your job. I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will ya? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given prescription right before going to Tribulations. Where then did the medicine disappear to? You are too cool, pal. Indeed. You know what I liked about that outburst? Most of the time when you do that to them, they're screaming. They're like, "Oh no!" But he's like, "You're
but
so
he's
cool."
desperate. It's like, wait, so what actually happened?
Yes, when you contradict him, he's like, "Wow, cool, you got me." Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's description in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence?
Pay cut.
I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Oh, order. Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say to that? Huh. That's all. What? Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New ear. That is a fucking hard word to say. New ear.
Otolaryngological.
Otolaryngological clinic. Alright, Kevin, mark that down for another word I can't pronounce. Just what kind of illness was this victim suffering from, Mr. Godot? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. L found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum? Then what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. What? It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Yeah, here it is. In very, very fine print. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medications while he was at Tribulations. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all. No. Nick, if we don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. She's right. But I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? I think we push it. Like, if it's so irrelevant, then why is it missing? You know?
Isn't that what the maybe other bottle is? Otherwise, why was he listening to something on headphones?
True. Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found to see the crime? But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. You know as well as I do that medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug will contain potassium cyanide. It hardly seems likely that this coffee the waitress served will contain it either. But it did! The possibility is undeniable! That's enough. Mr. Godot, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godot? I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there at the restaurant on the day of the murder. Victor Kudo? The pigeon hater? Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems a little bit more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial. And that's something that bothers me. Yay, good job, Nick. The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Court is adjourned for recess. Curious. Whew, that was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. It's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe you took the gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? I know, that scumbag. Huh? He said he helped me. But but he totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right? It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. But I really hurt this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Good thing he doesn't like me.
But I hate him.
Yep. Poor
If he
Gumshoe.
did like me, then I'm the opposite.
Poor Gumshoe. So the next witness is gonna be that old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo, lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds. I bet he's gonna be real stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know? Yeah, he's a big old grouch. Are you gonna be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me, even those never-ending bird seeds. Back into court. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Godot, your next witness, please. The prosecution calls the lucky old timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Name and occupation if you don't mind. The name is Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. So if this game takes place in America, this is what a Japanese person is to them. Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times too. Well, we don't need hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation. My occupation? God, listen, young'un. How much do you think there is for kimono embroidery here? Kimono embroidery? That's what I do. Or did back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed. Wow, real craftsmen. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe you can embroider my costume sometimes. Anyways, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen. Now then, witness, were you at the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javachino. Seeds? What do you think these are, huh? I see. So you saw everything that happened, Gramps? Did I? Oh yes, I did. I saw it all. Then please, tell the court. We're all ears. Sure, I'll tell you. I'll tell you every last detail. Talks about the outfits. Just really getting into this. What I witnessed. The young man was reading the sports paper. A serving girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it. Looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. That's the serving girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Mr. Kudo, she is not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress. Yeah, you're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with old-fashioned ones, huh? And newfangled? All this talk of radios and glasses, wireless and spectacles, I tell you. Oh, excuse me. Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away.
Oh yeah, the good old days.
Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Young man was reading the sports paper. So you saw the victim then? You saw Mr. Glenn Elg. I want to know if Guts and Brawn retain his championship or not. So he was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question, there are partitions between tables on the same size as the restaurant, right? So what if there are? If you say that you could see the victim, that means you were sitting at a table on the other side of the restaurant, correct? Okay. I go to that place to drink Javicino. I don't go to sit. I don't remember which table I was sitting at. You mean you go to either waitress? Servant girl brought him a Javicino, but she put something in it. Mr. Kudo, that's a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw? Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T and cross every I. I see. My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving. I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out a waitress.
Like a burn.
And I saw what the serving girl put into the Javicino as well. I bet I know what's coming up, and something tells me I'm not gonna like it. Should we come back to it, or should we push it now?
Might as well push it now so we don't forget.
Your Honor? We need more clarification on what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask that the witness add what he knows about this to his testimony. I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please? Sure. There's no question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there. Did she really put that into the coffee? You doubt me, boy? She took some sort of small brown bottle and sprinkled it in. Couldn't she have been adding sugar? Sugar? In a small brown bottle like that? Like that? Witness, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms? A bottle like this, perhaps. Oh, there it is. That's the one. That's the bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume. So what did the accused put into the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you? The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. He took just one sip? You youngins, you waste everything. Those Javicino cost $8. In the good old days, we would have drank every last drop, eaten the cup, and then died. Congratulations, you have earned the title of baddest man to grace the courtroom. So it was an immediate death. Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that's possible. Oh yes, he slumped over without as much as a twitch. I felt that Javicino I just drank turned sour in my stomach. Oh yes, I know that feeling. And the waitress? I presume she is... That's the servant girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. You said, I remember her well, in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by? Particular features? It's a disgrace, that's what it is. Sorry? You can see all the way up to her, you know, right? She's practically naked in that uniform. That slut. So the particular feature you recognize for a waitress is her outfit? But anyone could wear just such a uniform. Even me. Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image. Don't get outside, Nick. You gotta keep yourself together. I guess I got a bit carried away. Yeah, there are other things I recognize about her too. Seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Press harder, right, Shane?
Right.
Yeah. Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters whether the waitress was Maggie Bird or not? Quite right. Mr. Kudo, those other features that you recognize about the defendant. I would ask you to add them to your testimony. Sure. There was a ribbon in her hair and her apron straps were loose. I thought he was gonna be like, she had big tits and a big ass.
She doesn't have a ribbon in her hair, though.
Oh, there's a ribbon.
That mysterious other girl.
Alright, press this first, and then we'll contradict them. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. But what about the most crucial detail of all? Her face. As if I wouldn't remember that. The witness knows the straps of the curse's apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face. That's right, I can't even tell you the color of the ribbon of her hair. It was red. So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. There's no doubt he remembers the witness waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow. Let's take a look at her photo. If only we had a full body sprite to look at. Ask about the straps, ask about her back.
Who's a fat ass?
Didn't you just say something earlier? That you got something wrong?
The ribbon is red.
Yes, the ribbon's red. Our options are the straps and her back.
Back seems weird. Try that.
The identified features described are all things you would see from the back. So what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all? He's got you there, Gramps. People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. That is harassment. I will tell you you're not obsessed with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw. Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identified features. Features that you observe from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure. This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer. And if I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet. There wasn't anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front.
What about that apron? All the blood stains and coffee stains and...
There wasn't anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front. Yeah, you're right. Do we have the apron? We do.
It's messy as hell.
It's messy as hell. Should we press first or just go straight for evidence?
I think you could press unless you want to present.
We should press because every time we press it keeps adding more statements.
Right.
You didn't find anything to be distinct, but you did clearly see the witness's face, yes? No question about it. I didn't come this far back down now. Victor Kudo never backs down. That's not the answer I was looking for, but okay. This has turned into a matter of prideful scene now, I guess. I wonder if we really did see Meg's face or not. Like I thought, we need some concrete proof of this. Proof that the old guy didn't see the waitress clearly from the front. You think old C really saw Maggie do it? Well, he probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there. But he was there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress. I guess. She makes a good point, though. Hey, did I just say something clever? I wonder if the waitress Mr. Cool saw really was Maggie. So we have to figure out, Nick. Alright, to rest time. All the way to the very end. Oh my god, I went way further. I actually didn't know that you could go to your conversation with Maya if you just go past it. Okay.
Oh, just going forward again went it to her?
Yeah.
Huh.
That was weird. Okay. Well, they caught my interest, but I want to start from the front. Alright, here we go.
Apron.
Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this. God, that filthy thing will suit filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like, just after he's done eating. Have you ever seen this before? Of course I haven't. Do you think I forget something as dirty as that? Well, you have what it clot? Gotcha. He got us. He got all of us. Well, what? What is it? Ever since I said you halfway clock, there's been an eerie silence in here. Ghosts? This must be the work of yokai. That's what, from what I call it from my home country, Japan. Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning. Huh? Nani? And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means if you had really seen this apron before... Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front. Oops. Witness. You can't just oops your way out of this. Well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, Wright. Here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird? Exactly. And when that one waitress puts the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. Hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you remember seeing. Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps. You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forget what burger a customer wanted. You can't remember? Probably more like you messed up so many times he's blocking it out. Very well. Let's test just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim. Alright. It's about the victim now. So let's see where he messes up. He was another one of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. Yep, that's the Power Scouter. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. Was listening to the wireless. Then the servant girl in question brought over the Javachino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. The testimony we just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail. Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types that are so vague about everything. How are we gonna handle this, Nick? We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shit. Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel? I suppose, but that's what I do best. Start pressing. Another one's pesky on times wearing a broken pair of spectacles. Spectacles? Dark glasses to you. One of the lenses were green, but the other was broken. Newfangled rubbish. That's why I remember him so well. He did have some kind of lens over his left eye, but I wouldn't have called it a pair of glasses. He seems to have been wearing some rather modern-looking shades. Perhaps I should take to wearing some and rival Mr. Godot's sharp appearance. I better come up with something sharp and quick. Guess I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about these spectacles. Yeah, newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The newspaper was a sports paper, was it? That young hooligan. I nearly asked him, can't you even read without fidgeting, huh? How was I supposed to be able to read the back page with all the rustling going on? And you find out Guts and Brawn retains championship title. It was his paper, not yours. If you want to know so bad, why don't you just buy your own? Cheap ass. What are you looking at me for, huh? How dare you judge me? Ow! Ah! Guts and Brawn got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyways. That young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. The wireless? The decadent young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. Read the paper or just listen to the wireless. Ah, boy. And using an earpiece. It's selfish, that's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it. Was he that desperate to listen to a radio? What are you looking at me for, huh? How dare you feel sorry for me? Ow. Servant girl in question brought over the Javicino. You mean the waitress, who you only saw from behind, right? You're one of those, aren't you? You never let anything go, isn't that right? Maybe. What does it matter if I saw it from the front or from behind? My eyes don't lie. We get assaulted so much. Man, I push it until I have some hard evidence. Little Fidget picked up his cup with his free hand and took a sip. His free hand? Yes. Which hand was that? Weren't you listening before, cloth ears? I said he was rustling the newspaper's right hand, didn't I? If his free hand wasn't his right hand, then which hand was it, you idiot? Ah. Perhaps the great Mr. Try has 3 hands. Yeesh, I was only asking. Don't need gang up on me and treat me like a freak. The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish just one thing. That this old guy's memory has more holes than a slice of Swiss. I guess we just need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh? Anything would do. Even the smallest detail. We just need one mistake and it's ours. Okay, so... we pressed everything already. What do you think, Shane?
We're in a broken pair. Well, Phoenix kind of made a mention to possibly bring up the spectacles. But you already pressed everything.
Newspaper in his right hand. Kept rustling his pages. Let's try to picture this visually, right?
Yeah.
Listen to the radio. Servant girl brought the cappuccino. Little Fidget picked up the cup with his free hand, which is his left hand, and took a sip.
What does the crime scene look like?
The map?
Or the crime photo of him. That one. He had nothing, because that's still close to his left hand. Like, he went, "Argh."
Yes.
He was just listening to the radio?
I believe so. Through like a AirPods or something. I'm pretty sure this picture is what we got present, right? But what statement do we present it on to contradict them? Picked up a cup with free hand, took a sip. Back to the beginning. Wearing a broken pair of spectacles. Newspaper in his right hand, rustling the pages. Okay. Listen to the wireless. Yep. Serving girl in question brought him the cappuccino. Picked up a cup with his free hand and took a sip. Okay, this is probably not gonna help in this moment.
Wait.
What?
No, I know. Never mind. What does the coffee cup say? Coffee contained poison, covered in the victims and fingerprints.
Yeah, that doesn't help with this current situation. Cup with his left hand. It's kind of hard to dictate that, right, from this picture.
Yeah. What was the statement that said the little fidget picked up? Oh, it's this one. Picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip.
He picked it with his free hand and took a sip. Based on how he dropped it, that was hard to tell which hand he actually picked it up on. I'm assuming the thing under his right hand is the newspaper.
Yeah.
So far his memory's been... We didn't have any options for further pressing, if I remember correctly. But maybe, let's see. So I'm gonna bring it to Tribune. Listen to the wireless. Newspaper in his right hand. Rest in peace.
And then what does the prescription say? Victim got it from his doctor before going to there. The bag is empty.
Yeah, that doesn't help with the current situation. I think we have to press further. So see, wearing glasses, newspaper in his right hand. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with his hands. Rust in the pages.
And what does his profile say again? The victims. The victim was a programmer. His left eardrum ruptured.
The day before the incident. He was listening. Okay. Listen to the wireless. Brought him over the cappuccino. Picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. Okay. I'm starting to understand.
Well,
Why is his fingerprints on the cup if he's picking it up by the handle?
I mean, still that, but he would have to pick it up with his right hand anyway.
True.
Because the stain's on this side with that, when they would be on the left.
You're right, the stain. Oh man, I forgot if he's drinking like this, then he would have had to pick up his right hand. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, you're right. Let's go.
Unless he drinks eccentrically.
Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of the testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory. I know, there's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song. Care to tell us where this is going, Wright? According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left. What is this, kindergarten? But I would like the court to please take a look at this. That's the cup the victim used, correct? Yes, and on the rim you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips. Yes, there's a stain left by the coffee. If you consider where the stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. But how? Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Do it! Yeah. Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid it's simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park. No, wait! If you think I'm gonna sit here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong! I don't care about that dirty coffee pot. I know what I saw! You still insist on your testimony? That young brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. It's that dead young hotbot and you spiky hair yahoo, who are at fault. Who, me? Thank you, old man. We heard quite enough from you already. Don't call me old man, old man. Been around for 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say.
Okay, Boomer.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but... Sure, why not hear a little more? Well, Mr. Kudo! But this is my 16th cup of coffee. So this is your final stand. Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor. Left hand or right hand? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. He kept fiddling with it all this time.
With his left hand?
With his left hand, yeah. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup. His left hand. We know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor, often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? The inside of the lens is the screen that displays computer data and power levels. It's called an HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work. HDTV, DVDs, CDs, all these newfangled letters drive me mad, but they don't matter. I know what I saw, and I'm telling the truth. It's true. He doesn't seem to be lying. And those are the facts in good old black and white.
So he has a left ruptured eardrum and he's wearing a left scouter.
Wearing the earpiece on the same side of the green lens of his specs.
Wait, no, why would he?
So
that's the eardrum that's ruptured.
Oh yeah. So the victim was wearing HMD. HMD, what does it mean? It was not them actually, but anyways. And you're sure that he was wearing the same earpiece on the same side? No question. I can only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. Yeah, that's pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. From the opposite table, you've only had a view of the side of the victim's head. You kept feeling for it all this time. So yeah, the ruptured eardrum, right?
Yeah.
Okay, feeling all this time. He was feeling it, but picked up. I think it's the same hand. Pick up his left hand. So I think it's the first statement. Wearing the same earpiece on the same size, the green lens and specs.
Yeah, his profile.
Probably.
Or bag.
No, profile. Left eardrum was ruptured. Yeah. Ba-bam! I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there is something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same size as the HMD. No question, you can lock me if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without doubt.
It's escalating.
I can only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. Oh, he's a Japanese, Shane. His next one is gonna be about committing
Seppuku.
Yep, seppuku, if he's wrong. I don't think so. What did you say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo. But the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Huh? traces of medication for his condition was found in his left ear canal. That's right. It's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear. Because he couldn't even hear in that ear. Is that true, Captain? It is. Pigeon! Pretty pigeon! Order! This witness testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind. And he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrums ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot? A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man, it's true, it's my drop of milk. Captain, are you calling me a drip? This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows the victim picked it up with his right hand. I'll never back down. I know I'm right. The lad drank his Javashino with his left hand. Let me pull you out of your misery. Clearly, the victim used both hands. He took a sip with the coffee held in his right hand and then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw. Impossible. The witness had already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee. Which hand the victim used to pick up his coffee is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand. With one hand over the other, Mr. L drank the poisoned coffee. Like this. Objection! I object your coffee drinking. Sadly, Mr. Godot, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness' memory is credible.
No, you'll have to see again.
And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless. I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I am satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court. But to be frank, his testimony is a farce. Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old fogey. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo. You can't reach me from there. Oof. I am on a higher level of existence than you.
I look down.
Yeah. I'm more in the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. This court is adjourned. Oh, wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me? Leave you, Mr. Kudo? Thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's across his eyes now. How is your bad memory my fault? I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. I've kept my mouth shut until now. But there's something else the court should know. This old man keeping secrets. What? There's more? To be perfectly honest, it might not even be anything. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark. About me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun. Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? Classic Japanese, always gotta do that honorable 1v1.
Yo.
The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook. Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee. What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Javashino you want if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man. That's enough, witness. I believe it'll be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony. You bet. Much, much quicker. I can't believe this is happening. Huh? You better get ready, youngster. I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would ya? Gotta be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds. The final showdown. Alright. First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javagino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got
That's kind of
soaked.
an asshole thing to say. The clumsy idiot knocked it over while he was dying. What a fool.
Japanese people are insensitive, Shane. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down.
What does the crime scene photo look like then?
Oh, you know, a vase that's clearly not broken. Is that all? Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. You're doubting me again? You're doubting a poor defenseless old man? No, we're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo. Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick? Yeah. So what? Probably. That's all I can think of. I have to cross-examine this guy. You're a bird brain, that's why you can all think of. Very well, Mr. Wright, your final cross-examination, please. Make it quick. Alright, I don't think we need press much for this one. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip. Clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. We got two statements we can use this picture on. I see nothing soaking about this table except for the coffee. You knocked it right over. This is the birth statement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, old man, just like the samurai, you get beat by ninjas with their sneaky moves. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph at the crime scene. So what? Look carefully at the table. The vase is there. Intact. Huh? Lost your tongue, granddad?
Old idiot.
I'm no granddads of yours, hopscotch. Ah! Enough. If you throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night. Ah! What is it now? I just remember something. Well, yeah? Go on. The broken vase. It was on my table. What? Well, you see... It started when that young man like collapsed. So, I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean. The vase on your table? Yeah, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked. Wow. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You certainly earned your kudos for today. I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all? Perhaps that's something
sad.
Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo. Oh damn. There's like a bunch of people talking down to a kid. You have done poor, kid. Yeah. Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I got more to say.
Put him down.
Oh, yes, I remember something else. Bailiff, get this fucker out of here.
Put him in a home.
Put him in a retirement home. Wait, listen to me, no.
Silence. Fade him out.
Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked. Watch that vase statement come back later. And then it's
Probably
actually the
will.
crucial thing. Am I still not in a position to deliver a verdict? I must reflect on my old age now, after seeing that guy. The defendant had not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimonies we have heard thus far. The mark on the coffee cup and that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece, which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear. Wow, Nick, you did it. I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts. Yes, Your Honor. There's one more thing before I call today's session to an end. What? One more thing, Your Honor? The witness we just heard from. He is more insistent that his testimony should be of use. So he summarized it accordingly into his statement. Okay. You may each have a copy of it if you wish. Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that. Are those really mad, huh? Yeah, I would be too. Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies. My own, yours, and Mr. Godot's. Yes, Your Honor. Look at this vase thing coming back for later. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase in my seat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is a piece of testimony more like a 5-year-old's apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies? That is all. This court is adjourned. Damn. This is what Alzheimer's would do to you kids.
Make you insufferable.